we are talking about the do's and the don'ts of body language. Now, the do's are your boosters and the blunders are your don'ts. My name is Maureen Friesen, and I'm the founder of the Lightworkers Institute, and I have, my programs are called Sacred Body Language, and it's about that internal communication and how we express our external communication. And of course, this works in all types of relationships or all types of communication, which is with your spouse, with your friends, family, and children, and audience. It's all the same. Body language is so important. And remember that 63% of all communication. So in our last video, tip number 3, which was deer in the headlights, get stuck and freeze. This time we're going to talk about nervous Nelly. It's about little subconscious things we do that create fidgetiness and nervousness. So one of the ones is just even fidgeting with things, even your hands, any type of fidgeting, but just feeling insecure. You're feeling, that gives you a feeling of insecurity, but your audience or whoever you're communicating will start to feel that. Also, it can be like playing with your hair. If you're constantly, touching your hair and twitching it and pulling it back and putting it into a, kind of ponytail. People feel that you're nervous and you're constantly fidgeting about. And also with clothing, if someone's, touching men, maybe cufflinks and they're kind of all like little props that we create, or even fidgeting with a ring, in bracelets. These are all things that are distractions from clearly communicating what you want to see, because the people are actually, they start to focus on what you're doing. And if you're constantly, doing up your tie or fidgeting with a jacket, that's all part of the nervousness that we can show. Another one is simply with a pen. How many times you sit in a meeting and people are clicking a pen? And it can be really irritating. I'll never forget one of the times I was doing a expo, and I was giving a lecture at an expo in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And my father came to one of my talks, and he sat there clicking his pen because it's a habit for him, even though he's listening intently, but he wasn't noticing he was clicking that pen. So now all through that, every time I look at that video of myself, I can hear my father's pen clicking. So these are things that we want to talk about or be very aware about. Also, someone that's constantly fidgeting with paper. It's distracting, not just for the person listening to you, but even if you're doing it while you're listening to someone else and you're rattling paper. And you're distracting all the people around you, and that can be a nervousness. And it definitely is kind of a deal breaker in any sales presentation, is because you're devaluing your own credibility, that you can't feel secure within yourself. And this is coming more from the energy centers of the solar plexus, or this area, because we're not taking our power. We're not feeling that security within ourselves, that we can just be calm and relaxed. And when you're aware of that, instead of fidgeting, why not just take deep breaths? Deep breath, and it sort of calms down your body, calms down the nervous system, and it brings you back to your internal center, back feeling secure within yourself. And this just allows you to be more of who you are, and people will pay more attention to the message that you're trying to put out into the world. So with that, I never got my next script to see what my next body tip is, and I won't do the deer. Oh, let's do the deer in the headlight. The next body language tip is pocket billiards. What are you playing with? And I'm going to talk about the effects of people always having their hands in their pockets, whether it's both or one or the other. So this is a little clue what I'm giving you. And we're having fun through this. Nobody's perfect. And that's where our vulnerability shows, and we can laugh at ourselves. And it's the awareness of what's happening. So we're going to see you in the next video.